What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2times, and we back with another video, man. It been a minute, man. I miss y'all. I had to take a couple days to get some things situated, but I'm back. And alright, man, today we're going to talk about the boy Alpo. And the reason I want to talk about Alpo is because I want y'all to understand why his name is so relevant after all these years. A lot of old gangsters, a lot of old businessmen, a lot of old thugs, whatever you want to call them, they name kind of died down at the years, but this dude name still relevant. For one, let's go back into the story. Okay, this a dude, a Puerto Rican dude, who got his way into the community, you feel me? Started hustling, started doing his thing. He was well respected. He was fed. He was a live wire. You know what I mean? He was a grimy dude, a sneaky dude. So that right there kind of set the stage for all this. Now, think about the dudes he was around. You got Azie, Faizon, you feel me? You got Rich Porter, two of Harlem's finest dudes that a lot of people looked up to. A lot of dudes wanted to be like. They was getting money. They was showing love. They was driving all the cars. They was doing a lot of different things, you feel me? So this an age and a time in the 80s where, like, hustling and all that, it was almost like it was legal. It was a lot of stuff going on. Y'all heard Rick Ross' story, where the CIA was actually funding a war with drug money, stuff like that. So the police was actually turning the other cheek. So dudes was able to get a certain amount of money back then, which probably would never happen nowadays, far as in the game anyway. So let's look at it like this. Okay, he come up, you know what I mean? He get his name in Harlem, you know what I mean? He doing his thing. He got the fly cars. He doing wheelies. You know what I mean? He riding through the hood. Everybody love him. Everybody like him. Now, fast forward to Rich Porter. You feel me? Rest in peace, Rich Porter. So, you take your man out for whatever reasons. We don't know. I wasn't there. You know, the Paid in Full movie, it basically couldn't tell us everything. You know, only Rich, rest his soul, and Alpo know the real reason behind that. He says it's because Rich lied to him. A lot of people saying that ain't true. Alright, so he go to D.C. He get his name popping. He doing his thing in D.C., you know. Then he get Wayne Perry. He get all these D.C. hitters around him that's doing hits, that's knocking dudes out the mat for him. He getting money in D.C. Dudes ain't really feeling that. They try to get at him in D.C. They bought the beast out of him. Okay, now he go, you feel me, and he gets locked up. And, you know, he cooperated on a few dudes from D.C., this public records, you feel me? A few police officers, whatever, cricket cops. Okay, he gets locked up. Now, he's home, you feel me? Now, the reason, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, that people feel like Alpo is still relevant, he's still so hot in these streets, is because his demeanor, the way he carried himself. He did what he did, and he came out here like it is what it is. Ain't nobody gonna step to me, ain't nobody gonna do nothing. All the legends from back in the day is still standing with him. People still scared to approach him. He walking up on YouTubers. He shaking people's hands. He speaking his mind. He saying what he want to say. His demeanor is what got him through back in the day. And that's still what getting him through right now. The way he carry himself. The sneaky thing. The charismatic thing. You feel me? The knowing how to play people out of position. That'll take you a long way in this world. And let's not to mention the movie, Paid in Full. Paid in Full, a hot movie. Even if you wasn't born in them times, you know about Paid in Full. So a lot of younger kids interested in this dude. They interested in this story. I was even fascinated with it for a long time. Like, that story just was like, dang, how can all this go down like this? I heard Azie interview. I heard a lot of Alpo interviews, you feel me? And another thing, a lot of dudes with Alpo caliber and with his hit list, with his record and things that he allegedly done, they not here to talk about it. You know, they were either murdered or they in prison for the rest of their life. 23-1, they can't even do interviews. AZ still here after surviving 9 shots, being shot in the head twice, and he's a rare situation. So, man, long story short, Alpo is so hot and relevant, man, because the way he carries himself. Not to mention he got sons walking around here that keep his name alive. And to tell you the truth, the people keep his name alive. Videos like this. I go through YouTube, it's millions of videos on Old Boy. So even if I was 14 years old, I'd be like, who is Alpo? I'd look him up, keep looking him up. It's going to keep him hot. It's going to keep him relevant. I think the people in Harlem, I don't think they necessarily scared of this dude, because anybody can bleed, anybody can get touched. I don't care how much of this serious dude you is, anybody can get it. I done seen the best of the best fall. But at the end of the day, I think the situation is so old, and people then had other beefs. It's been other dudes that came up. So a lot of people kind of over the situation. Do they still love Rich Porter? Absolutely, I believe they love Rich Porter in Harlem. I believe Rich Porter started a lot of trends in Harlem. From all the interviews I watch, all the things I see, Rich was like that dude. But then you go to D.C. and dudes feel different about Alpo, because he got people like Wayne Perry incarcerated, stuff like that. So it's mixed vibes about Alpo going on. But the reason I think he's protected right now is because it's still dudes that live by a certain street code. It's dudes that don't tell, that believe in never rat no matter what situation. Don't cross your homeboy. But then you got the other side of the track, the get down, do whatever kind of dudes. I grew up around a lot of these dudes that'll cross you out for a few dollars. They don't care if y'all grew up together. It's about money. It's about them getting to the top. And that's what type dude Alpo was or is. He gonna get to the top. He don't care who he got knocked down in the process. He don't care what he gotta do, who he gotta snake. He gonna make it to a certain level and do what he gotta do. You feel me? And them the type of people you gotta watch out for. It's people like that in the work world. It's people like that in the streets. It's people like that in hip hop. It's people like that in acting. It's always people like that. And he just got the kind of personality where, though, do I think he hurt about, what he did to Rich or whatever? Yeah, I definitely think he hurt. Another thing I want to address, from all the interviews I heard from a lot of different people, even from Alpo himself, it was a dude, rest his soul, this public information, we don't do no writing on this channel, named Big Head Gary, who came to New York with him when he went and met Rich. And allegedly, Big Head Gary, the one who did it. So a lot of people like, oh, Alpo a hitter, Alpo a hitter. Not saying the man not no hitter, but if you really dig deep into these stories, a lot of times he had people doing it for him. So it's different when you doing the hit or when you paying people to do the hit. You see what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And it's a lot of dudes like that. They might be laid back, they might be chill, but they got that bag. So they can drop that bag on your head, and they got dudes to do their dirty work for them. But man, I ain't got no opinion on the situation, you feel me, about what all happened. I was a baby running around in 87. I was born in 87. So this like my pops in them era. I done talked to older guys about the situation and stuff like that. And they said there was a lot of things going on like that. Not just this story. This story was just blew up because Darnell and everybody, the kidnapping. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. Leave your comments below. If you're new to the fam, be sure to subscribe. Hit the notification bell for uploads. Check out our older videos, man. We still on that race to 10K, fam. Man, y'all want to support, man. The Cash App is Tony2timesTV, man. Show your love. Show your appreciation. Everything is appreciated. Love, fam.